Hello guys, in this video we will be discussing about one of the very important and very powerful AI service which is offered by Microsoft. It's Microsoft Document Intelligence Service. As you know that with artificial intelligence we work with structured and unstructured data, and mostly the unstructured data is there in the form of documents. These are PDF documents, Word documents. This could also be images which are having the text embedding. And not only that, we also may have the handwritten document which is scanned. And now we want some intelligent system which will read the content of these documents and process it further. Now, this processing could be of any type. Probably you are using the PDF document for building the rack solution, AI rack solution, where the PDF document act as a knowledge base, and then based upon a prompt, it will extract the contents from the PDF file. But in a very simple way, with the document processing, we can say that with the business application, if we do have the PDF document which contains invoice details, like some business details. So let's say that we want to process that invoice, or there is credit card, and we want to extract the contents of the credit card, or probably the visiting card. So how we are going to do that? It is beyond the rank. So Microsoft Document Intelligence Service, which is a part of Azure AI Service, it's come to rescue us. This helps the business applications to automatically extract, analyze, and structure the information from documents using AI capabilities. One of the beauty of the Azure Document Intelligence Service is that it offers pre-built models. We can even have our custom documents, and we can have the custom ready. Naturally, it's available on the Azure. It comes up with a pricing, and this pricing is also very flexible. Of course, it has some advantages with the real-world use, real-world user stories, as well as some limitation out of it. The features of the document intelligence is that it provides the optical character recognition OCR that helps to extract the printed and handwritten text from PDF as well as images, and this makes the contents or oral documents enabled for search. So data is there in PDF. The PDF could have image, and that may have some content, the textual data. So that data is extracted. If the document contains tables, checkboxes, and other layout features, the document intelligence is capable to extract that. One of the nice thing is that with the pre-built model, uh, this helps us in processing invoices, receipts, identity documents, business cards, and various others. So the advantage of this is that, like with these features, it helps us in processing the documents pretty intelligently, and we can make this as part of our existing line of business application. Maybe it's a ASP.NET Core application which is been used by the accountant. The document is uploaded, so generally the document is read by the accountant, and he's gonna read the invoice details and gonna make the entry into the system. Instead, imagine that we are providing the intelligent business app which is already deployed on Azure, and now we are modifying that application with the AI capabilities. So The document intelligence has a seamless integration with our existing system where now, instead of manually entering the invoice details, the accountant is just going to upload the invoice and document intelligence will read the contents of the invoice, whether they are in the tabular form or probably the invoice which is there in a handwritten format, and it will be processed. Processed in the sense that you can take a call on storing the details from the invoice into the database server. You can do that. Of course, their cost plans are also available. This is out of the box available as consumption based. So we have the free tier with a limited number of transactions per month, which is very good for a testing purpose. Of course, for the professional apps, we should go for pay as you go. The charges will be based upon per page, which is used for analysis. And there also exists the enterprise plan for the scalable information or for the scalable apps, which has the quotas with options to increase the limit, which is highly suitable for high volume workloads. For example, you want to process not many documents for contracts. Okay, the contract establishment. So not many documents are there, and you want to directly send them, and you want to store it somewhere. So when in such cases, enterprise plan with the increased quota, right, which is highly recommended. Now, generally the questions which are asked by most of the new new people, professionals, those who want to integrate their existing application with document intelligence on Azure. So this question, apart from the costing, the another question is about the limitations of that. Naturally, that has to be discussed, and we should be really thankful with the document intelligence service that they have made this in a black and white format. So the supported file formats right now are PDFs, the image types like BMP, TIFF, PNG, JPEG, and of course it offers the docx, PPD, PPDX as well as XLS formats. Now, one thing that I will like to very clearly tell you here is that like Excel, so uh, people probably they want to use the Excel readers or Excel data reader capabilities which are already there with the .NET to process the Excel document, or probably they are using Python. Python also has Excel utilities, so probably they may not go for the document intelligence service. But what I say is that let's say you are having a small business and you are having a tax invoice, and the tax invoice has a particular format which is being stored into Excel. Then better in such cases, instead of going for Excel data reader, which is either in .NET or in Python, you should actually go and use this using the document intelligence service. You can do that. It has a pricing tier-based quota limits. I already told you about that. So if it is exceed, then it leads to the throttling. And another limitation of this is that the highly unstructured or some type of custom layout models, probably table within a table, or each row or each column has another table inside it, or there is an image, and then that image contains some text. Such type of things, and if it is happening frequently, or maybe you have complex document where it's a PDF document where image is at the center, and that surrounding to that image there are some textual data available. Means, in short, custom and very complex and structured documents. Then in such cases, it is highly recommended that you should create a custom model. That's beneficial. And if you are actually going to go for the custom model, yes, Azure provides you that capabilities also. Okay. Then there is the language support limits available, right? So there are supported language mostly in English or US English, and those type of formats are available. So, real world uses or the user stories where the Azure Document Intelligence plays an important role is that uh, you should think of the finance application, as I already told you, and I was continuously talking about it. It's like invoice and receipt processing to reduce the manual data entry. Okay, you can actually use this for financial purpose. So, frankly speaking, with my experience, this is at the highest use with the document intelligence. So, right, if I take you back to the website, I just say webnethelper.com, and over here, if I this is what my website and document intelligence. So here I have already added an article of AI document intelligence for the invoice processing, which can be saved into the SQL Server database. This uses Azure functions, so you can think of like you can go for this. So in a description of the video, I will be sharing this with you, the link for this article, right? Let me go back again. So finance is one. The second one is the healthcare provider, so where you can like the patient information extraction, like a medical forms or maybe medical reports, okay, or the details of the medicines or medical prescription, that information that can be extracted. So you can use that. So overall medical history as well as the medicine history, that information can be extracted by the healthcare system. The logistic bill processing, the shipment document tracking, maybe the contract for shipment, the driver's license details. Of course, this can be further linked with the financing, with the invoices, the bill processing. But other than that, digitizing the bills of lading and shipment documents for tracking. All right, so that's there. And another important vertical over here for the stories is the legal documents. The legal firms, they use the contract structuring and agreement for quick search and compliance checks. And this is also happening lot many times. The probably the infrastructure or let's say that building contracts, rent agreements, okay, like that. Okay, any type of legal documents, the past cases, past legal cases storage, building a rack system on that. So you can use the document intelligence for such type of things. Some real world explanation. So here is that like the bank uses the document intelligence to process thousands of loan applications on daily basis, and then based upon some workflows which are there behind the scene, the approval can be can be decided on that. Either the loan will be approved or it will be rejected. We have retails, government, and insurance. So many different types of uh, possibilities are there with the real world example. So there are pre-built models which are available over there. We have which are being provided by Microsoft as a part of the Azure Document Intelligence Service, and then we can make a use of this uh, for processing your documents. So currently, as per the Microsoft documentation, we have invoices, receipts, identity documents, business cards, tax forms, and contracts, and lot many things which are there with us. So this is a great feature, great service for building the documentum type of system, and I really love that. So here, the first thing first, let me take you back uh, to the Azure portal, and here I'm going to go for the document intelligence. Right, it's available through the Microsoft Foundry here. And you see that there are a bunch of services which are available. I'm selecting the document intelligence, create my subscription. I'm going to go for my resource group, the region. I'm choosing the region as East US. I'll give the name that uh, MSIT Doc Intel Sir. Okay, and then the pricing here. So there is free 500 pages per month, and we have 20 calls per minute. Okay, and then there is a standard S0. We can also go for full pricing on this, right? So these are the details which are available, and I strongly recommend that you should go through this when you are gonna suggest this to your team or to your organization or probably to the customer for using the Azure Document Intelligence service. And let me tell you that you should always keep visiting this from the website because this is going to have the real first hand information. So always rely on this. That's very important. Now, Document Intelligence Service was earlier known as, formerly it was Azure Form Recognizer. So please don't get confused into it. And here the pricing features are there. There's QS with the uh, various stuff here, and then you can go to the details of that. So we are having the various data centers locations. Let me check this. I'm from India, so let me check that over here. If it is, it shows. So I have seen Central India somewhere. Yes, here Central India, and probably I will be going for, let's say, of course, the rupees. Okay, and here we can see the details of that. Okay, so free with a web app container. So it's 0 to 500 pages, free per month. And then if you go for a zero, then up to the range of 1 million pages, this is what it is. And then with add-on capabilities. Okay, so these are the details which are available. So it's highly important for you to actually see the pricing details. Okay, and based upon that, do your calculations and then suggest it to your customer. Right? It's very important. Now going back to the portal here, I'm going to select the free one. Next. And when you are trying to build the client application system, which will send the documents to the document intelligence service, and then you want it to keep verifying the like analyzing your document, then you should select the networks. So you might be having the application deployed on the cloud, or you might be having application running on on-premises server, which will connect to the document intelligence service only when the document is uploaded. So based upon that, you will have to keep selecting the network. So at this moment, I'm going for all networks. Next, right? So dealing with identities. So I'm gonna keep the defaults here. Next, no tags. Next, and then it's gonna verify everything. It's gonna run the final validations, and then I will be in a position of creating the document intelligence service. Okay, that's the thing. So the important part over here is that, like, you will have to you'll have to think about the costing part as well as the plan to go for the document intelligence. Okay, I'll take you back. So let this happen. I'll take you back over here to the app. And now what I'm going to do is that, like, of course, probably I may not complete all this thing in this video. I have one more video, but this is important for you to go through as a knowledge base before going for code. So the importance here with the pre-built models are they're accurate. Pre-built models are highly accurate. with respect to such type of document formats. Okay. Huh. As I already told you that, like unusual layouts, the complex unstructured documents, then you will have to work quite well. Okay, right? You need to do that. There is customization that is also possible. So based upon the availability of the documents, you will have to take a call on that. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have a couple of documents here. So I'm going to have the PDF document with the invoice sample. Okay. So let me open this. Okay. Well, so what I'm going to do is that let me go back over here, right, and then I'm going to open this. Anyways, I have freely downloaded this document from internet. So this is one invoice. Okay, and you see that there is an image, right? Rather, two images exist, right? Then there is a table which is having some layout, as well as there is another image, and here it is, the message. So I do have this as one document, PDF. Second one, I have taken an image separate. I have just taken a copy of that. Okay. And the third one that I'm gonna have over here is the uh, my sorry, this is like handwritten page. Again, this I downloaded it from internet. Okay, that's what the thing is. I just use this document for trial purpose. That's it. Okay, so I haven't changed any document of that. So these are the documents that I do have here. So let me go back and to the portal. Yes, my document intelligence service is created over here. This is it. And now the important thing over here is that the intelligence service, the document intelligence service must be accessible. So let me tell you that, guys, you have to authenticate your client application against the document intelligence service. For that, you need keys. So there are keys available. So endpoint with the help of the service will be connected, and with the key, the client will be authenticated against the document intelligence service, where now the document intelligence client will be created, and then further document operations are going to take place. That's the thing. We already have the pricing tier that we have already selected, right? The free tier. We can change this. Like if you are just testing and creating a kind of a trial pilot for your client to convince the client for using the Azure Document Intelligence service, then this is fine. Go for free. But otherwise, for production, go for the another one. Okay. So the keys and endpoint, this is what that we have. Then furthermore, we can even enable. So like we can have the monitoring service for this with Azure App Insights. So like that is also one of the things where what you can do is that you can go for the matrices, and then you can basically go for various types of checks. This is for the post deployment scenario that you can do it. Anyway, in this particular part is not in scope right now, but yes, this is also an important thing. Then let me go back over here and to the overview, right? And so endpoint is as it is there in this. Now there is one more thing that like we can go for the document intelligence studio, right? So clicking on this document intelligence studio, it will redirect to the next page, right? And here then we can basically go for document intelligence as well as content understanding. Okay, so let me go here with the document intelligence and start with the document intelligence. I click on this, and here we do have the standards which are already there. So there are predefined models with the documents. OCR layouts and the documents with the pre-built models. Here, having invoices, receipts, identity documents, USL cards. Okay, and there are more things which are being added. So time to time, this is being updated, right? So that's why you see the new tag there, and we can even go for the custom model creation. So this is our own documents. Okay, we can keep on doing that. Of course, under your subscription, you should be having the access of this, right? So let me try to click on this, and then it will ask me for the authentication. Okay, so that's what the thing, you should have the subscription for that. Okay, that's what it is. So probably right now it may not provide me the accessibility of it, and I don't even intend to go for it right now. Okay, I just shown this that this is the document intelligence, so it says that like the access is needed anyways. Right. So let me go back over here. So I do have the document intelligence service. This is created, and this is supposed to be used in the client application. So in the next video, I will be explaining you how we can use this with a Python application. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, thanks a lot. Thank you very much.